Okay, guys. Sorry, I'm rocking out over here, getting pumped up for this video. So I wanted to jump on here, my dream teamers, and share just a little bit from a book that I just finished, GoPro, and it's one I actually was gifted by Angie like a few years ago and never read, and I'm so bummed that I didn't read it until now, but I did, and it's full of some really, really good information about this type of business like Young Living and about people's expectations and what it really is. And so I just want to share a few things with you guys, and I'm going to share this at the business meeting, but a lot of you can't make it to that. And I also want to lead a group of you through this book, so I thought maybe giving you a little excerpt from it might get you excited and get you pumped up again, and make you want to join in and participate in that. So in chapter 3, he talks about 3 primary elements of a network marketing business. And first, he says, is the company's products. So if some people in the company are successful in marketing those products and you're not, it's not really the product's fault. Everyone in the company has the same products. So the people who have made it to Diamond are working with the same products as the people who are starting off at Star, right? So we've all got the same products to work with. Second thing that's an element is the company's compensation plan. So if some people are making a ton of money and we're not, or you're not, it's not the compensations plan's fault. There isn't one plan for men and one plan for women. There isn't a different plan for different age groups or educational backgrounds or for the color of your skin or anything. It's the same compensation plan for everyone. So if you're not making the big bucks at it, it's not the compensations plan's fault. The third element is the most important. He says, the third element is you. We are really the only variable in this business. We all have the same products. We all have the same compensation plan, but we are responsible for our own success or our own failure. So what that means is that we need to, at some point in this business, take full responsibility for that, for our success or for our failure. We have to decide that we're not going to blame anybody else, and we have to decide that we're not going to make excuses, and we have to decide that we're not going to let challenges stop us. So a lot of times people either blame their upline. So they'll say like, my upline, didn't give me enough support, or my upline didn't do this, or they'll blame their downline. Like, nobody in my downline wants to build a business, or, whatever. Like they look around for someone to blame. But if you are committed to building a large and successful organization, you really need to just come to that point where you're going to independently say, this is my business and I am aiming for success, and then go after it. And everything really changes, he says, when you get to that point where you take responsibility for your network marketing career and the direction of the skills you have and a growth mindset and all of those things. So that's one section. And I love that because I think I have done, I've probably done all of that. I've probably looked at my upline, I've looked at my downline, I've done all that. And I think just in the last month, I've kind of actually felt like a lot of you leaders have backed off. And so that has made me have to be like, you know what, no matter what anyone else does on my team, I am going for it. So I had to kind of take responsibility and be like, it's me. I'm the deciding factor in my business. Same thing for you guys. Okay, so in chapter 2, he talks about the difference between a poser, an amateur, and a professional. And I loved this because I have been all three. I'm hopefully getting to the professional part. So posers, this is what the majority of people buy into when they decide to do a network marketing business. And a lot of times it's our fault for how we present it. But a poser is really treating it like a lottery ticket. Like they're just hoping that this is going to be the thing that gets them rich. That just buying a kit and sharing is going to be their lottery ticket. And so a lot of times they're kind of riding on whoever they're with, their coattail. They're thinking that it's going to be easy. They give up easy if the first 5 people they talk to shoot them down, because they just think basically it's a glorified lottery ticket, and when they go out and they reach out to a few people and they get shot down, or in the first month or 2 they're not like super successful, then they just are like, oh, that lottery ticket didn't work. So those are posers. Their mentality is that. Amateurs are focused on different things. So a lot of times they're focused on luck. They're thinking, if I can just find that one person who's really going to go for it, and they're going to be a diamond, and I'm going to sign up that diamond. And I know I've even said that, like, you never know who that next person is going to be, and it's true. But if you're building your business or hoping for that in the luck category, you're not going to be working on your own skills and becoming who you need to be, right? To be successful. So oops, got my pen in my hair. Hello. So yes, and we've heard, you watch the 12 Days of Diamonds, or you read books like Game Plan, and you hear crazy success stories, and those are motivating, but sometimes they're damaging because people just think, that it's like a luck situation, that it's just going to happen like that. Another thing is timing that people worry about when they're amateurs. They think, if I can get into a company in the beginning, or if I can get under the right upline, or if there's some momentum going in a company and I jump in on that and ride that out. So they're looking at that. And then another thing that amateurs focus on is shortcuts. So they're always looking for the next angle. Like maybe if I put an ad in the paper, maybe if this promo that I saw work for so-and-so, if I run that promo, that's going to be the thing that's going to get me to the top. So they're always looking for that next thing to do. And trust me, I've been there, and I'm always looking for new ideas, and it's good to look for new ideas, but that is kind of an amateur mindset. So then he says, what he has found is when you go pro, when you decide to be a professional, you are willing to put in time and effort. So he talks about how enthusiasm is one thing. You can be pumped up about this business and you can get into it and get all excited, but that is not the answer. That's not the only thing you need, right? Because he uses a story where he talks about a doctor, and if you had to have a surgery and a doctor came in and he was like, I am so excited, I'm super pumped up, I could barely sleep last night, I'm ready to work on you, and you were like, oh wow, thanks doctor, how long have you been doing these types of operations? And he said, well, I've never really had any schooling or done this particular operation, but it doesn't matter because I'm so passionate about it, right? You would be like, no thanks, don't touch me, right? And a lot of times we do that in network marketing. We're passionate and we have a desire to help people, but we're not willing to put in the time and effort into our skills and our personal self to really become that professional. So he talks about how athletes put in endless hours to be who they are, and how doctors go to school and they invest tons of money to become who they are. So it really takes time to work at who you are becoming to be a good network marketer. But the cool thing about network marketing is you can actually get paid while you're learning. You can get paid while you're sharing. You can get paid while you're building and becoming that person, but you always have to have that intention of working on your skills and growing and having a growth mindset. So he says when he decided to go pro, everything changed. He said he stopped focusing on luck. He stopped focusing on timing. He stopped focusing on shortcuts or positioning or hiring that special someone or your downline or your upline. And he stopped focusing on the money. And I think that's so important. This has been a mindset shift for me in the last 6 months, and it's been amazing. I have been focusing on purpose, what your purpose is and what your passion is. And let me tell you, when you do that, it doesn't matter what the numbers say because you feel fulfilled. And I've shared that with you guys if you've been following what's been going on. And if not, there's tons of videos on this page, so you can check it out. But so he says, when you start to focus on the skills you need and make a commitment to practice until you've mastered them, work on an area and keep going after it. And he said, and I feel like this too, I've just had a recent surge of people asking me questions about oils and being interested in what I'm saying out there. And he said, it's like people can sense when your focus change. People can sense when your focus is on something bigger than just numbers and things like that. When you have a purpose in what you're doing and you're trying to help people. And he said, we really need to make a commitment to excellence of what we're doing. And he mentions, in your life, were you ever around someone who is committed to excellence? He says it might have been a teacher, a coach, a boss, or a friend. How did that make you feel? It was inspiring, right? And he said, you find inspiration in others when you make an important shift in your business. And I think that's what I really would like all of us to move toward, is becoming professional in this business, focusing on our purpose, focusing on helping others, focusing on really going for it. Because I feel like, I know for myself, I've been hanging out in the poser amateur area for probably a good 2 or 3 years. And I really want us all to reach our goals. And so I'd love to, this book is really good. It has a lot of practical advice as well. But I just wanted to share those things with you. Get your mind going on that. He does talk a lot in the book about leaders being readers and how he was not a reader, and how Jim Rohn really inspired him that you really have to continue to learn and have that growth mindset and be working on yourself. And even if you're not reading, you can listen if you're an audio learner or watch videos, but basically that the information is out there. I mean, if you want something bad enough, it's out there. You can find it. So I hope this has been helpful to you guys. And I know Kim already said she wants to do the book, so I'm really excited about that. And I hope a few more of you will join in and we can go through the book together and just talk about the chapters, brainstorm, and grow, because that's what I want to help you guys do. I don't want to do this journey by myself. I want to lift other people up as I go. Like I said, I'm doing it no matter what. You guys can come with me, and I hope you will, and I hope we'll lift up and inspire each other. But I hope you'll make that commitment that, you are, you are the determining factor. You're the variable in this business. And when you take ownership of that and you decide you're going for it, I think everything's going to change. So love you guys. Bye.